Okay, so we have the y-intercept -3, the x-intercept is 1.5. When we graph this, when you're graded on something like this, you would just be graded on whether it crosses right, because it may not be that accurate at the top and bottom. But you do have it going through the correct points for your intercepts. Okay, number 12, we have a word problem. The yearly cost T in thousands of dollars of tuition and required fees at a private college includes 2- and 4-year schools and does not include room and board. And the cost could be approximated by, and it gives you a formula. T equals 3/5 N plus 5. N is your number of years, and number of years since the year 1985. And so at 1985, N would be 0. So they have a graph here where 0 would be actually 1985. And so N equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 5 years since 1985 would make it 1990. And so on. Okay, what it tells you is to find the cost of tuition in these particular years, 1985, 1996, 2000, and 2004. So they gave you a graph. You're going to have to be able to read the graph. At 1985, it started right here at 5. Okay, this was said it was in thousands of dollars. This graph right here said thousands. I need to move that down, I'm sorry. 0 is 1985, 5 is 1990. So at 1985, you're going to say it's about 5,000 is your cost. And then just go over where 1996 would be 6 more years from the 5 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you would have to read on your graph where your line is, where the 11 is. And it looks like it goes a little above the 10. So your line was about at this angle right there. So each one of these you're just going to go up and read where it looks like it comes over to here. In 1996, it looked like it was about, I would say about 11,000. And that's all we're going to do on these. You can look in your book and do that on your own. Okay, let's go to number 13. I don't think we're not going to need a graph for that. Let's read what it says. 13 says that at 2:38, Serge entered an elevator on the 34th floor, and at 2:40 he stepped off the 5th floor. Find the elevator's average rate of travel in number of floors per minute. Okay, we want to write down right away, floors per minute. That would be floors divided by minute. Okay? It said that at 2:38, he entered the elevator on the 34th floor. So he was on the 34th floor. It said at 2:40, he stepped off on the 5th floor. Okay, so now we have our information. How many floors did it go from the 34th to the 5th floor. You need to subtract that. Looks like it went 29 floors, is that correct? Okay, 29 floors. And how many minutes did it take? 2 minutes. So 29 floors in 2 minutes. If you divide that, you'll see how many floors for 1 minute. That's what you want, is for 1 minute. So divide 29 by 2.
14.5.
So it's 14.5 floors per minute. Okay, it says on B, this is the A part of 13. On B, it asks you to find the elevator's average rate of travel in seconds per floor. Seconds per floor. Okay, we had 14.5 floors and in 1 minute. Okay, how many seconds is in a minute? 60 seconds. Okay, let's see how many floors it went in how many seconds. We'll convert that where it has seconds. 1 minute is 60 seconds, right? This will get rid of our minutes. When we finish, we will have floors per second in one second. You're going to take the top number, divide it by 60. If it had been next to it, we would have multiplied. 14.5 divided by 60. 0.24. So that's how many floors it went in 1 second. Okay? But what it wants is how many seconds for 1 floor. That's what it asks, seconds per floor. So if we had 1 second for 0.24 floors, what we want to do is convert it to see how much it is for 1 floor. That don't sound fun. No, it doesn't, huh? Okay.
Let's just throw them out. Don't work with that.
We just throw that kind of problems out. What we need to do.
Would you make a proportion for that?
You know what? Instead of dividing that, let's start right back here and put our floors on the bottom. 1 minute for 14.5 floors, because we need our floors on the bottom. Okay? We don't want the 0.24. We want seconds on the top. Okay? 1 minute is 60 seconds. So instead of dividing 14.5 by 60, we're going to need the 60 divided by 14.5. And that'll give us a few floors per minute, or per second.
4.14
4.14 seconds for 1 floor. So it took 4.14 seconds to go 1 floor. That's what it was wanting. Okay, that's that one. Number 14. We have a graph that we have to read. And it shows a graph where there's a train. And this is the 0 time right here. And there was 2 lines till you got to 1 p.m.